Welcome to another Soul to Soul Talk. This is Rhonda Lee. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm excited. I'm excited to not be the one doing the interviewing.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you about too. But first I'll introduce you. So actually, no, you please tell me that first. Okay, no, never mind. Sorry, here we go. So I had to find it. So you are the creator of Spirit Mist Smokeless Smudge. And you're a Reiki master and keynote speaker on stress management and a laughter yoga leader. I'm also a laughter yoga leader. She empowers others to take charge of their energy through various modalities, and she chooses the path of love to guide her business and life. And Rhonda Lee's website is infusionoflife.com, which is also a great name. That's a very short bio. There's obviously a lot more info about her. Yeah, I love what you're about and what you do. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. How many interviews have you done so far just in the last little while? Like you're interviewing lots of other contributors of Goodness Abounds, right?
Yes, for Goodness Abounds, I have done 19 interviews so far. And yeah.
Wow. Over the past how long? Like since when?
Oh, how long have I done? I started the interviews late August, early September. I was doing interviews for individuals that signed up under my affiliate link as a way to support them. I did that with the last book as well, just to give a little extra support for my people and give them a chance to be on camera and talk about what they've written. And so I promised to do it again. And I actually haven't done everyone.
Oh, wow. Well, that's pretty cool. So that's how many people you referred into the book? Like more than 20?
Yes, I don't even know how many there were, but it was really popular when I did 365 life shifts. I just on a whim did the interviews like just a few days before the book was released for our launch. And so for this next book, Goodness Abounds, I decided that everyone enjoyed it so much that I would offer it for those that did my affiliate links. There are a couple people in there that are actually probably previous affiliates or just one or two good friends that have interviewed with me, and we've done a lot of things together. Plus, I also did Dan Tech as an interview yesterday. I did his.
I did that too yesterday, and we're today. Yeah.
So so 19 so far. Things are gonna probably have to slow down a little bit, and so I can catch up. I have been on the computer nonstop, just loading them in, like since around. I started at like 6:30 this morning. So
uploading the videos.
Yeah, well, they've been uploaded and they've been edited, and so what I did is I waited so I wouldn't flood the feed today all at one time, so I could stagger them. I decided that I would just do the tags and any extra little things so that I could kind of stagger the videos in. I just had no idea. I didn't even realize I had 19. I've just been loading them in a little along as I've done them, and I didn't realize I had that many until this morning when I started looking at it, and I was like, oh.
You know how many more?
I'm not going to be happy if I send everything public all at one time. So
YouTube?
Yeah, I figured I'd stagger it and stagger everything into social media and to various other sites that I have. Like my email list, they get like a basic link to the whole playlist, and so they can go through that at their leisure.
It's a lot of content all at once.
All kinds of stuff with that.
Months of all the interviews. Well, wow. It's very generous what you're doing there. And it's another idea, right? I learned something in every one of these interviews. So I did interview Dan Tech yesterday. And aside from that, you're the fourth one today. So just.
Oh, wow. You've been busy.
Oh yeah. So with this one, I did it at the last minute. So it was like kind of like you said, what you did before. See, I wasn't planning on interviewing other people in it, but that blog tour idea. So I was like, oh, well, this is a good overlap, right? Because I have a Soul to Soul Talk show, and it's about soul to soul connection with people. And so then, it's a soulful book, right?
It's perfect marriage of what you're doing.
Yeah. So here's the blog tour, right? And then there's all kinds of different ideas, and you could interview people. I'm like, well, I'll just, put the two together like that. So then we started scheduling these in. Well, I'm glad we get to know you here. And nice crystals, by the way.
Thank you.
So what else, what would you really like people to know about you?
Well, for starters, probably, well, you've covered a lot in the interview, but I am the creator of Spirit Miss Smokeless Smudge. And it's like my pride and joy. I feel like it picked me.
Oh yeah, I'd love to know why you created that.
Oh, it took me, let me see if I could turn it. Okay. I love the colors, and I don't know if that shows up so well. It's housed, this looks like it's black, but it's actually violet. It's mirrored glass, and it's just like, it is the best glass that money can buy. And it has the violet ray, and it has very strong preservative qualities. So it keeps everything in it very safe and protected. But I created it. It took me actually 5 years. I never created this product to be something that I was going to sell. I just wanted to do it for myself. And so I played with it 5 years, like toying around, trying to get what I wanted. And when I finally got it all together, I gave it away to some of my friends for Christmas gifts that year. It was about 5 years ago. And it took me 5 years to make. So it's been around a while.
And so I gave it away. This story right here, I mean, this could be in Goodness Abounds, but you can't write it in there because you got to write a story about other people's kindness.
That's true.
So I don't know if you told the story of how you started it before.
I have not. I mean, I've told it I've done several interviews, and I've told it in an interview, but I've never written it down, to share at all. But yeah,
Now I'd encourage you to do it, but please continue telling us it. Yeah.
So I created it, and I gave it to some friends, and as gifts. And the next thing I know, it started selling. I had some friends that had spas, some friends that were massage therapists, hospice nurses. So I kind of went the healthcare route first, that and natural health, and also allopathic medicine, because I did have a good population of hospice nurses that use it between their clients on themselves to clear their energy. And so, I mean, I created it because, not everyone can use a traditional smudge stick, a burned sage or whatever. Like if you're in a business,
you can't do that in a hospital.
You can't light stuff up, or the fire department's going to show up, or you're going to have a customer or a client that is allergic to smoke. My husband doesn't do well with the smoke. He has asthma, so he couldn't come home with me. I love to burn sage, and I would burn it all over the place, but that would bother him. So I wanted to take something like next level, to the next step. And so this has like oils and plants and vibrational frequencies, and I mean just a ton of stuff in it. And so when I did that, it just basically started selling on its own. I had no intentions, but people would contact me, and then I had friends go like, well, you need to sell that because I have customers and clients that want it. And so that's just what happened.
That's awesome.
Kind of accidentally happened.
It's really cool. It's like you created it because it's what you wanted. You wanted to solve your own problem, and you want to go to the next level with it. And then you finally made it work. And then your generosity, right? You gave it to some friends, people you care about, and then they love it and they want to share it. And then it took off.
Yeah, and I mean, I just feel like I probably serve the product. It's my boss. It sells a lot by word of mouth. I've made it to 11 different countries with it, and I never planned on it. I just wanted to produce this, and so then whenever people wanted to buy it, of course I had to get packaging, and I had to do labels, and totally something that was not planned at all. So I had no idea that it would resonate
Hmm.
with
I
so
want to
many
introduce you to
people.
someone because she makes this unique jewelry that's like
Uh-huh.
high vibrational awakening kind of jewelry with uh, the symbols like flower of life and things like that. And it can be
Yeah.
custom and really really awesome stuff. People love it. And then you two could be good collaboration partners because you have the same kind of like customers or even the same kind of places that would sell it, right? So I think you'd have a good conversation and see what you might be able to do.
Oh, that's incredible. And I love collaborating and meeting with people of like mind. I mean, it just expands and grows, and it's so much fun. It's just been so much, just really just sincere, plain fun.
Oh, let's go into the story that you wrote in Goodness Abounds. Like so it's called The Miracle of Multiplying Food. Uh,
Yes.
and so I'd love to hear more about like how you learned that like about the value of unity and focusing on the greater good.
Oh wow, that is truly what it was, and that was I want to be honest, it was a very very hard story for me to write, and I would not let myself back away from it because I knew it was something that needed to be told. But that was during a very difficult time in my life. I was a teenager, and we were, my family was helping out with a community that was about 45 minutes to an hour away, and so we would travel in to go do stuff with this community, and there was just a lot of strife in that area, just a lot of strife. And of course I was an outsider, so I was an easy target to be picked on, to be bullied. These people just didn't mesh together, but there were so many needs in that area, like a tremendous amount of poverty and poor education. Living conditions were not great. And so um, we would go in and we would help out, and people they just did not cohesively gel together. And so we had to, like, a handful of us finally pulled together to put together this project that, it's 100 families, individuals and families that we were able. I went to outlying counties. I didn't get hardly anything from that county, because there just wasn't anything. There's a lot of textile mills, but they were shut down. People didn't have jobs, so there wasn't a lot. And so we went to a lot of outlying counties and got donations of just all kinds of stuff. And we worked so hard, and it was just amazing to me that in that moment of time, everybody pulled together. And we just didn't think we had enough food for everybody. We just didn't. So those of us that were serving people coming in, we were not going to eat. We were just going to give everybody one serving, and stretch everything out as much as possible, and then give them, gifts and things that we had gotten and collected. And the food just simply grew. I mean, it was astounding. There was so many of us that were there, and we all witnessed the same thing. Like, we'd fill up the plate, and they were like, we can give these people seconds. So we would load down the plates, and there was still food. And so then we would fix them a plate to take home and go with them. We started pulling out to go stuff, wrapping things up and sending that. And then there was food for us to eat. We had not planned on us eating. There was enough to serve all of us. And then we had leftovers for those of us that were working to take home too. I mean, it's still mind boggling, but I really did witness that. Other people really did witness that. We saw it happen, that, it's just like it just never ran out. And the vibration just got higher and higher. And, people were just, I have chills talking about it.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you're saying, because at first I thought you meant, like you thought there wasn't enough, and then like people kept bringing food, but it's not like any more was brought.
No more food was brought. The food just multiplied. It just never ran out. It just didn't run out.
But when you looked at it, it looked like it wasn't enough for
It didn't. But then, you know, you'd serve like 20 people and you'd look and you're like, well,
still
let's
food.
give them a bigger serving. Anybody, you know, and it's just like it just never gave out. Not that any more food was brought. We had just that amount that we had to make it through, and that amount just stretched. I mean, it was crazy.
Wow.
It was crazy, but it's like we couldn't give it away fast enough, and everybody would get so excited. And for that moment in time, it really brought together a very cohesive group of people that, you know, that witnessed all of this. We saw it and we did it, and and it just defied explanation to the rational mind, but it happened. You know,
Wow.
it's amazing.
A miracle of multiplying food at Christmas. That's awesome. So what is the lesson from that story?
Oh, the lesson from that story is, to me, it's just the power of more than community. I would say the power of community, but it was the power of intention. Like, you know, we set a path to take care of these people, and it just kind of multiplied and blossomed, you know, kind of like the butterfly effect. You don't know where that trickle's going to go. You put it out and you release it, and, you know, you don't even know that you're going to be on the receiving end of something at the end. And then, you know, we're gifted with extras. So yeah, you just never know, you know, and the lesson is, you know, miracles do exist. They do. I've known quite a few of them personally.
Oh yeah, this might be one. I'll tell you the story. You decide. So for a while, I've wanted to help people along their path of purpose, get more aligned with your path, for a few years. And a few days ago, actually last week, midweek, a friend said he could use more purpose. I think the post I put up was the two greatest days in your life are the day that you're born and the day you find out why. And so he responded to that. He wanted more purpose, and I offered to talk with him and see if I can help, and then also introduce him to someone who I'm inspired to, because I've talked to quite a few people who can connect you or help you with your soul's purpose. And so he wanted to do that. We did this, and then it's good to, whatever you're looking for, become the source of that to others. So I suggested, why don't we help other people, right? Like, so what we did is created this purpose and gifts call on Friday. It was just 2 days later. And on that call, I invited some friends and people I collaborated with. And so we had 5 mentors on that call, and we were able to help someone, and it was pretty awesome. And so it kind of took on a life of its own, and we'll do it again this week.
Isn't that amazing though, how these things take on a life of their own? You know, you just kind of like, you set your intention, but you don't really have a destination for it. You just do it, and then it blossoms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awesome when something comes from, like, you know, it's pure, comes from the heart. Like these soul to soul talks, right? And so now that I've offered to do these interviews, a whole bunch of people said they wanted to do them. So we're able to do 5 of them today. I'm going to take a break and go to the beach in between, but this is the 4th, and then there's another one later. And so it's cool because it's like it's a space for people to be themselves and talk about things that matter, because often there isn't a place for that. So we're creating that, and then I'm letting people have fun with it, and it's cool how it goes into a different direction, or it depends on who I'm talking to, but I'm learning something from these, and it's given me a lot. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. I mean, when we connect, it's amazing the things that we learn from each other, and we lift each other up, and it's wonderful to be in like a multifaceted community, co-authors, but then we've done, you know, other multimedia approaches, video, things like that, and it's amazing how things like that can blossom and grow.
Oh yeah, so you've interviewed 19 other co-authors already. So what have you learned from that, or, you know, what do you want to share with us about that experience?
Well, you know,
because that's very unique, right? Like, maybe no one else in the group has done that. I don't know. It's a lot, right?
That's a lot. It is a lot, and it's fun for me. I'm on video about every single day. Um, I do a lot of online programs and things like that, a lot of live feeds. So I'm always on video. But what I honestly, what I love the most about doing the authors of the books that I've done is that a lot of times the people that show up for these things are not people that have ever done anything as far as like video. They've not put their face out there. And a lot of them are very introverted. And I am actually an introvert myself. And so, but it gives me an opportunity to share them a lot of times more widely than they've been before, because they don't want to get in front of the camera, and I completely understand that. But I have a lot of people that in these interviews, there's quite a few people that have not ever done a video like that, and so I don't know.
Well, here I want to say something.
So much.
Because it's like, and people can be scared about it. Like I talked with one today. She said she wanted to do this yesterday, right? But she said she was scared. And it's good that we did the interview. So she hadn't written before, and this is getting her into realizing she is a writer. She has a message and stuff like that, because that's her first book. This one here, Goodness Abounds. And also, yeah, like you say, if they're shy and stuff, helping them get out there is awesome. I think a big thing about it is that it's not about us, right? So when we're shy and don't want to put ourselves out there, we're being self-conscious, and that it's that thing which Jim Carrey is encouraging people to let go of, the self. He's like, happiness is consciousness minus you. Like, you get you out of the way, and just because you just let the cosmic energy flow through you, right? He's like, I used to experience the universe. Oh, right, yeah. I used to experience the universe. I used to experience like the universe from the perspective of a man or something, and now I experience a man. I'm the universe experiencing a man or something. I forget, but that was the main thing, right? He switched his perspective and let go of that personality, like a character, right? So that's what happens. Like, if we're focused on ourselves and like what will people think of us or whatever, then we stay small and we hide. But what we got to do is realize we have a gift, right? Or a purpose or a message or whatever it is. And it's important to share that gift with the world. Because there's people out there, like, so you got to think about the other people, not you. There's people out there, and that's how our purpose works, right? Is there's people that we can help. And like, if we don't share a message, they'll never find us.
And it's fun. I mean, it's, to me, like I said, I have so many people that have been afraid to do that, and and I always go in and I'm like, listen, I'm an introvert, and I understand there's years of my life that are not documented in pictures because I wouldn't get in front of a camera, but I get them talking about their passion and about what, and everybody's passionate about the stories that they've shared, and sometimes I'll sneak and record and not even let them know I've done it yet, because I just like, let's just have fun. Tell me, because then you get to see them shine once they can walk away from that, and it's just us having a conversation. And so I've learned so much that I couldn't even possibly in an interview start it all. But it's been really, it's just been really fun to ride that wave and see it through fresh eyes with other people. And I did an interview with one lady last night that I interviewed her for the last book, 365 Life Shifts. And in just a few months, we were interviewing last night, and I was like, you're not the same person that I did an interview on before. I mean, she was so lit up and so on fire, and not even afraid to like just boldly be on video and share. She wrote 3 submissions this time. I mean, she's just riding the wave.
Who is that?
That is so exciting to see that. I mean, that teaches me a lot to see somebody just
seeing that person grow and shining. Well, who is that?
Is Lori Thomas.
All right.
Her video will be the last one I do tonight. And
great. Okay, she reached out to me. I'll interview her soon.
incredible stuff. She does incredible stuff. She works a lot with bugs. It's amazing. Her story, she wrote 3 this time, but I remember in the 365 life shifts, she wrote about like lessons that she learned from a tick, and it was profound. And then to see somebody, yeah, you learn so much. You just
Oh
can't
yeah,
even.
that's wild. Well, what would you say? See, I'm all about like soul to soul connection. What would you suggest as a really great question for me to ask her?
To ask her, oh my gosh, she is so lit up and on fire right now. I would ask her about the spiders and just let her go with that. Ask her about that. That we had deep discussions about that last night. So I mean, one video I learned a mountain of stuff. So say that times 19.
Yeah.
A lot of
Well,
stuff.
maybe we can do another interview, you and I. I'd love to interview you again. Your energy is amazing for the
Thank you.
Soul Talks show, and it could be about interviewing people or bringing people out of their shell, right, or something. Like helping people shine, and that could just be the topic, because you do a whole bunch of that. So then we could dig into how you do that, or just share how you've done it. I don't know. I don't know if
Absolutely.
it's how you've done it. It's just you've been doing it, so it'll work out.
Well, I would love to do that. So thank you. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. What else? What else would you like to share with us? Like, do you have a message for people?
I do.
Okay.
I consider myself to be, all of my work and all of my life is love based, and I don't mean that in a cheesy sort of way, but by following the paths of the things that I love, and by allowing the love of these things to show up in my life, it draws the most amazing people and circumstances to my life. And I that's just like a big message that I have to share. I do, all the time is that, and that unconditional love for, our fellow mankind, the earth, animals, just that unconditional love, and just being present and holding that has just been a big part of everything that I do.
Oh wow, awesome. Oh yeah, that's really powerful. Love it. I've talked about connecting with people, connecting with, surround yourself with inspirational people, standing on the shoulders of inspirational giants and stuff. It's important to like choose what we focus on, and that's part of what goodness and balance is all about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, and like the world is created from the inside out. So like that, and like the way that whatever you do, you have like that highest vibration, and then that draws people into your life. So that's a great topic. What else? What would you share with people who feel disconnected from community? They might be in a place where maybe there aren't many like spiritual people or something, like-minded people, or maybe they haven't found them yet, or maybe it just may be that in that city or whatever there aren't many, right? But how would you encourage people to get more community?
I tell them this is a real good topic that I'm very passionate about. Stop seeking, don't seek. I'm not a seeker, I'm a finder. And so your community does not have to be immediately surrounding you. We live in an amazing day and age. It's the age of information, and at our fingertips, we can connect with people all over the world. And
Mm-hmm.
so, release.
Just like us two, like this one, right? For people watching, you'll see. Look at our connection compared to most of the other interviews, right? With ours, we're so much more aligned that it's like, oh, we need to talk for like hours. We
It's
can create
awesome.
all kinds of things. Yeah.
So I just like release trying to make anybody fit into any mold. I see a lot of people think that they can't, they can't hang out with someone because they don't have the exact same like mind. But if you practice unconditional love, you can appreciate people or wherever your surroundings, right where they are, right where it is. You know, I thought I was alone for many years, and I was completely wrong. I was completely wrong. I don't have to have like immediately right beside of me someone that's identical to me. I value diversity. I value, you know, multifaceted connections with many different types of people. So you don't have to seek a community. Start appreciating, you know, different facets, and things will grow and they'll come to you. You'll attract it in, and you know, and the information, you're going to find people online everywhere too. It's amazing.
Oh, that's what my gift is about. Connectingmagic.com/gifts. That's what I share, those things of like connecting with people. I've connected with thousands of people. What would you say is one of your greatest gifts, or your greatest gift that you want, that, you know, to bless the world? You want people to know that you have this gift so they can find you if they have this challenge, right? So what would you say that gift is? Special gift.
My gift is that I came here to love. That's it. That's all that matters.
All right. It's pretty simple, right? That's what we are. Awesome. Well, thank you for collaborating today, and great to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for taking the time out of your crazy busy day to interview me, and congratulations on becoming a #1 best-selling author today, by the way.
Oh, thank you. You too. Again, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh yeah, I'll look at the charts after this to see where it's sitting in the categories. Yeah, I noticed that earlier. It's awesome. I got my copy. It'll be shipped down here soon. Look forward to reading it on the beach. Yeah, thank you so much. Well, yeah, it's really important to interview you, because like you interviewed so many other people, right? You can't just keep giving all the time. So anyway, I look forward to actually interviewing you again. So let's talk, and we'll figure out when we should do that.
Absolutely. I'll look forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And how should people connect with you?
You can connect with me. You can find me on my website, which is infusionoflife.com, or you can find me on my Facebook business page, which is Rhonda Lee Barefoot Artist, all run together.
And will they get info about the smokeless smudge from your website, or?
It is on my website, on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram. Instagram is Love from Rhonda Lee, and my YouTube is Infusion of Life. So wherever you find me, there's information about it.
All right. Well, I can feel the infusion of life, so thank you very much. It's great talking with you and meeting you. I'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You're welcome. Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.